Yeah, unfortunately, it's not. I think if you pooled all the head coaches, especially at the Power 5 schools, it's not something that we really enjoy going to. The whole year is thrown away, and you got to go to this meet. Everything you did really means nothing. You don't know what lane you're going to get. You don't know. You haven't proven anything in this meet at all, so you're just starting from scratch. So we're just hoping that we just go do what we've been doing, and it is what it is, and we've got to make the best of it.
Say, what do you tell your athletes to kind of get them through that mental mindset of, hey, get past? I know it's maybe not the best way to do things, and you may not like it, and I may not like it. We just got to do it anyways.
Yeah, the tendency at any of these meets, it's kind of like maybe a final of the Big 12 if you haven't been there, but I think it's just a tendency to try to do too much, and I think we fight against that mostly. It's just go do what you've been doing. Our marks are plenty good to get out. We've got to be top 12. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to be good at this meet and not make a mistake.
In that regards, is it similar to the Big 12 where you're wanting to put your good times up, you want to put your good efforts out, but you've still got a lot of room where you can move forward for the next one?
Yeah, unfortunately at this meet, you don't know what lane you're going to get. You may get a bad lane draw in the first round, but after the second round, it does carry over to the national meet. So we want to get through the first round, and then the second round, you want to put forth a really good effort so that you'll get a good lane and be in a good position when you go to the final round in Austin.
Yeah, the men's team has always had this season has had a top ranking all along. Is that add any pressure with this, knowing that you could still win the regional, but you still got to get your guys those numbers?
You know, we've just kind of low-keyed it all year long. We've been ranked high, and we just look at it each week, and we don't talk about it much. We just keep moving forward and take one day at a time, and we just got to get through each event and do our best and not worry about any ranking. There's no trophies right now.
And at this point, you've got your best athletes doing their best events, right?
We really do. Everybody's in what we're trying to get them into in Austin. We're going to try to do the best we can to get as many people as we can to the final round, and I think we're as healthy as we've been almost all year long.
In some sports, you have that word momentum that kind of carries from game to game, week to week. Is that a thing in track and field, or is it pretty individualistic each time someone goes out, runs, throws, jumps?
I think it's so important that you come off a Big 12 championship, one of the best we've ever had. You have an opportunity for kids to feel like we've got a lot of momentum. When you've got teammates that are doing great things around you, it makes you step up, and I think that's just contagious.
How happy are you for Norman, too? And I know he's standing over there, but just for him to have the outing that he did at Big 12s, not only in the prelims, but in the finals, too, and just having overcome a lot of injuries and stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm really proud of him. You know, he's very talented, and nothing surprises me. I thought he was going to go 48 seconds in that race, and I think he did, too, and he's ready to run really fast. I'm just glad that he's staying healthy at the latter part of the year. He's fought through a bunch of little bitty injuries, and, you know, it gets you down sometimes if you don't have a great mindset, and that's the thing I'm most proud is he just stayed with it and kept working, and good things are going to happen for him.
What do you anticipate to be the most competitive event area for the West Regional this week?
You know, his race is really tough. I think the top 8 times are in the West. And I think a 50.3 is leading the East. Now, it's a very good guy. He's only run it one time, but the quarter hurdles is very competitive. The 800 is extremely tough. And even the sprints, you know, you've got a lot of people in the West from the side have good hundreds and 200s. So all the events are good, but I think those are especially strong.
Is it almost better when you have those types of events because it gives your guys and your girls an opportunity to see, hey, this is what you're going to have to face off with at some point? Maybe
no doubt. I think you're going to see several of these people will be in the finals in Austin. So we've seen them, we've run them all year, a lot of them. Some of them we haven't seen, but most of them we have. But I think it's always good when you line up in that final round and get to go against the best. You see where you are.
You mentioned that the finals are in Austin. Is it weird that your Big 12 championships are Central Time Zone, then you go to the Western Time, the Mountain Time, Western
whatever
time,
it is.
whatever it is, wherever they're at, Pacific Time Zones, thank you, to do regionals, and then you come back to Texas for the national championship. Could they have done this a little bit better, geographically speaking?
Well, we've said that for years, but we've been going to Eugene for 10 years in a row, so we've been used to this every year. This is nothing new. So our kids will get a little adapted out there for 1 week, and then we'll get back home for a week and adapt back. We're thrilled it's in Austin. We go to Texas Relays every year. We run there forever. And the high school kids, when they were Texans, they get to go to Texas Relays. So we're very familiar with that facility, and we have a lot of fans that'll be there, so it makes it fun.
Who do you plan on running in the 4x1? Is Divine going to stay on that, and he's going to run the 100, 200, and be on the 4x1?
With no injuries, we're going to keep everything intact. We have not run but those 4 all year long. We have some alternates that are ready to go if they need them, but we're hoping to try to get some continuity. We really would like to work on our handoffs a little bit more with that same group, and Divine's a big part of it. So yeah, he's got a big workload this week. That's why we took it a little bit easier on him at Big 12, all preparing for this. So we hope we can get him through.
At regionals, is it about telling kids, hey, you got to go out there and get your best time, or is it just, hey, you got to get through regionals, get that top 12, and then get your best time at nationals?
No, it really is to get through. This whole meet is not about showing off. This meet is literally be one of those top 12. We don't need to do anything besides be at the finals. And this is called the preliminary first round, so just get through it.
So if you're cruising, don't push yourself in that last lap to really get there.
Well, it's hard to tell a kid, but if they've got it won, well, then I wouldn't be mad at them at all if they cruised across the line, as long as we get to Austin.
Yeah, it's nice to hear. Of course, I'm not satisfied. I want to be number 1, so we'll just keep working until we get there.
From a mentality of a competitor, is it hard to look at this meet and kind of treat it as, like Coach Kitley said, just be one of the top 12. Don't push yourself necessarily that you have to be number 1, number 2, number 3. Just get through and get to nationals. As a competitor, is it hard to kind of get that?
I would say my biggest competition is myself, so I just try to race myself every race. So I'm pretty comfortable and confident going into this race, and I hope to just keep dropping my times and then punch my ticket to Austin.
I'm interested. Regionals, it's kind of a weird thing where you can be a top time, and then if you slip up or you hurt yourself here, and all of a sudden you're not going to nationals. As an athlete, how do you kind of view this regional process?
It's just another step, another race, and just more practice for me to run faster times and just keep dropping my time. Like I said, I'm my biggest competitor, and I really critique myself a lot, so it's just another race.
Where do you feel like your performances are right now compared to your career? Are you performing the best that you ever have?
Yeah, I think I'm definitely running new times. They're definitely PRs, but I think there's a lot more in the tank, and I think I can run a lot faster.
You started out Canyon, now Texas Tech, and have the ability of going to Austin and being able to run these big races here in the state of Texas, where a family can get to them close.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm very happy that it's in Austin. I used to live in Georgetown, so right outside of Austin, and unlike Oregon, it's not way up there in the United States, and I have a lot of more family that can make it just like a weekend trip, and I think the rest of our team feels that way. So in a way, it's like a home field advantage, and I think everyone's really excited about it. I know I am, because Texas Relays was one of my favorite races. I love that track, and I'm just happy to be running in Texas.
How does it feel to have the emotions of having family being able to get there?
It's great. It'll make the win just that much more exciting.
Does it give you guys a little bit of additional confidence knowing that you guys have competed at this track, not the one for regionals, but being able to compete at the place where you're going to be competing in nationals? I mean, that has to kind of be a little bit of extra confidence for y'all.
Yeah, it definitely gives us a lot of confidence. It's like we're home. We're in Texas. I said a lot of us have family that live in Texas, and friends, and people that go to surrounding schools. So I think it's going to be a great turnout, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Actually, just had to stay calm through the process. Sacramento is just a regional meet. We just need to get across that to beat Austin.
When you're looking at this type of competition, though, you're just top 12, but isn't the drive there to always win no matter what and put your absolute best effort out there?
Yeah, absolutely. You just got to just put your best foot forward. Like, for us, the jumpers do to get 3 attempts, and we really have to go for it. on the first attempts.
Have you ever been to Sacramento?
Yes, I've been there last week. It's my second time.
So with long jump and triple jump, the West is a really competitive region for both of those. Can you talk a little bit about what the competition is going to be like for your jumps this week?
I don't really see it as very competitive as you would say, but it's really competitive. I just really just go there and just focus on my game plan and to execute.
And for me, I understand it's the first round. I mean, it's just go there, survive, make it to the next round. So just basically do what I've been doing every week, and I should be okay. So.
Looking back to last week, you completed the Big 12 sweep with winning the indoor and outdoor pole vault. Can you talk a little bit about how you feel your pole vault game is at going into the regionals?
I feel a lot better with pole vault after the conference meet because I had a rocky start with pole vault outdoors so far. So that meet really made me feel better about pole vault, gave me a lot more confidence. So I'm ready to go and do the same thing at regionals and then hopefully onto nationals.
What do you expect competition-wise out west?
I am not really sure. I didn't pole vault at this meet last year, so I don't really remember what it was like because I did my freshman year vault at the regionals meet, but I don't really remember what it was like. So I'm just gonna show up and do what I've been taught to do, and have fun with my teammates.
Can that be an advantage going into it, not worrying about what everybody else is doing, but just focus on yourself?
I mean, for me, that's what works best. I tend to overthink things a lot, so when I go with an open mind and say, hey, it's just another training day, do what I've been working on, I always try and fix something that I didn't do in the last meet. So I sort of go in with the same mentality to every meet, just do better than I did last time and learn something from it. So.
Is there an adjustment period you have to get through when you go from maybe one type of geographical area to another in terms of the environment that you're vaulting?
For me, it doesn't affect me that much. I mean, I don't get too much jet lag, and I always sleep well in hotels. So, to me, it's just another track to perform on. So.
With the, can you talk a little bit about the triple jump squad that you guys have and the jumps crew in general? Like the horizontal jumps for the women's side is really strong. Can you talk a bit about being a part of that and what you think about the rest of them and how their seasons have gone?
Yeah, I'm really excited to be a part of this squad because it was actually last year at this meet when I already knew I wanted to transfer, and I remember seeing Charles and all of the jump squad sitting on a bench, and I had asked him, I was like, hey, who are all these people? And he was like, we're jumpers. And I was like, there's no way your jump squad is that big. He was like, yeah. I was like, maybe I should be part of that. And then I actually, got to come here and be part of it. So I'm super excited to show up. I mean, our whole squad looks like a mini team. So I'm pretty excited to see what everyone's gonna do. Really excited to support in long jump because I can actually be there and watch and support, and then just to compete side by side with them in triple will be awesome.